Hi Capricorn. So I pulled some cards for you. First off, we have the Chariot card. This is from the Sacred Web Tarot. The Chariot card. Okay. And on the bottom we have the Devil. And this card just recently came through for the Cancer reading, but I know it rules your sign. So we're going to see what this means for you. The Devil card, okay. And this is my mushroom deck, Midnight Magic deck, and I already put in the save the pages so I can read these for you in just a minute. They're very short definitions. Okay, we have the card that came out for you is the Hierophant. Turkey tail. Turkey tail. I love this Hierophant card. A couple connections to it. Okay, and then on the bottom we have Queen of Cups. Nargan's bonnet or bonnet. Nargan's bonnet. Okay. All right. And the messages: you feel so inevitable to me. Then we have the Mars sign, the actual symbol of Mars. Holy, H-O-L-Y, high on loving you, from Florida, Georgia, oh gosh, what is it called? Florida, Georgia Line? It's a band, or Georgia, Florida Line. It's one of those. But high on loving you, holy, H-O-L-Y. And then we have the Virgin, creating event, Jack Frost. Okay, so let's start right here. So this is the Chariot card. I believe this came through for another reading. Can't remember what reading it was, but so the Chariot represents like movement forward, not getting distracted by obstacles. But I believe it did come through for another reading. I can't remember which one it was, but it was about psychic energy, about sharing something that you can see and helping other people see it. So yeah, so it came through with like a Three of Pentacles energy, working together with something, but it was about like two people, like these could represent two different things for you, but like someone, like think of like even your psychic energy, because that's how it came through. So this is the example I'm gonna keep with, like your psychic energy, your gifts. You're able to see something, whatever this represents to you. You're seeing something very clearly. See, he's staring at it, but this one can't see it. He doesn't recognize, he can't see what's happening, or whatever this gift is to this guy. So he sees it and he's speaking it, and this one's listening. So you have this like Three of Pentacles like process happening, the sight and listening, speaking and listening, sight, speaking, listening, and then he brings whatever knowledge he hears over wherever he's going, and it creates a whole nother process. So that's what that came through as. Yeah, I can't remember what sign that was for, but that was the message. Okay, and then clarifying the Devil card. Yeah, and this came through for Cancer just recently. So it was the transmutation of this energy into something new, being blind to something because of stories that you've been taught, conditioning, and then learning something different, transmuting something and becoming something completely new with the integration of a new idea or understanding. That was how it came through in the Cancer reading. And it came through with love, and you have kind of this like love message right underneath it. You feel so inevitable to me. So this is what Piper said to Alex in Orange is the New Black. You feel so inevitable to me. She said, I'm glad we're in here together, kid. You know, obviously they had their whole thing before that, and obviously everything was worked out. I haven't watched this series in a long time, but I just recently saw this clip. I watched a few clips recently, and that was what inspired me to write this message here. You feel so inevitable to me. Yeah. In the Cancer reading, this was coming through as stoic from How to Train Your Dragon. Protecting the tribe from the dragons, not listening, carrying that tradition forward of fighting dragons, like dragons are our enemy. And then Hiccup comes along and changes the whole tribe dynamic and gets everyone to understand dragons in a different way. And then that is what reunited husband and wife, because Hiccup, through a dragon, found the anyways, he ended up finding his mom because of dragons, and because she had a knowledge in dragons too. I'm not going to go through that whole thing. That was for Cancer's reading, but it completely transformed, and then Stoic became a new man with the new knowledge, and husband and wife was reunited, and the connection between father and son was healed. That was kind of what that was about. Oh, you could even say this energy was like even Hiccup understanding like the dragons are different than what we've been taught, and his father finally listening through a lot of chaos, but you can kind of equate it to this, and then it changing the whole tribe dynamic. But this is your reading. That's just how it came through for Cancer's reading. Okay, and then let's get into this. Yeah, I have this page saved. Okay. All right. Turkey tail is a common and traditionally medicinal mushroom. Records indicate this incredible mushroom was used to treat illness as far back as the Han Dynasty in 2000 BC. It grows on decaying deciduous logs in clusters of uniform-looking crowns with velvet browns, golds, coppers, and sometimes blues. The Hierophant card represents traditional values, and the turkey tail mushroom can offer traditional health benefits like immune support. Traditional values. We have the Virgin sitting right underneath this. This could even be like waiting till marriage to have sex. You know, like that kind of like traditional theme. Holding something sacred. Holding a certain tradition sacred. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups right next to this, but technically Jack Frost is sitting under the Queen of Cups, and the Virgin is sitting under the Hierophant. Okay. All right, then let's go to, the Queen of Cups. Nargan's bonnet. Nargan's bonnet. With a cap that looks like a night sky over a calm sea, the dark blue hues of this mushroom require you trust your intuition to discover what you cannot see with your eyes. It is named after Nargan's Cave, a sacred place for women's ceremonies in Australia's, I don't know how to say this word, Gunaikurnai tribe's history. Gunaikurnai tribe's history. The Queen of Cups would appreciate this revered place. That sounds sacred. Kind of like this virgin energy or rite of passage, something traditionally held as sacred. This is a sign of Capricorn, which can represent tradition. Something sacred, some kind of sacred ceremony, a sacred process, sacred relationship, doing things the way that the relationship, community, whatever this is representing, maybe doing it by the book is sacred right now, whatever that means to you, like culturally. Okay. Yeah. Named after Nargan's Cave, a sacred place for women's ceremonies. Wow, this like sounds like preparing a bride. Like a virgin energy, whatever that, you know, symbolizes to you, something new, something that's been even purified. You know, there's like this saying called a second virginity, like a purification. The Vestal Virgins, sacred fire, Vestal fire. Yeah, with this Queen of Cups energy, pure. Ooh, that's emotional. Okay. Okay. Then we have this Devil card. Okay. Now that's seeming like a more kind of sexy. Okay. So this card, when you're doing like a sexual reading, this card comes through as the ultimate card of passion. Like you're going to be pleased. You're going to receive what you want. And you could even say like the bedroom. Yeah, you feel so inevitable to me. And then we have the Mars symbol right next to it. And then holy, high on loving you. But this traditional, this literally sounds like a bride being prepared for marriage. Okay, but that's not going to be everyone's like situation, obviously. But, and interestingly, I kept the symbol the way that it came out when I unraveled it. And the Mars symbol is like this right here, which symbolizes to me right now how I see it, almost waiting. Because when you see it like this, it's like ready to go. You know what I mean? Like some kind of like waiting. The Virgin, traditional process, preparing a woman's ceremony. Like this could just mean like feminine energy. Not everyone who's watching is getting married or a woman. Something sacred being prepared, like, and kind of acknowledging kind of this the timing. Yeah, with this Devil card here, the maybe transmuting something. Something's needing transmutation, awareness, understanding, alchemization. Or it could just be like a sacred acknowledgement that something is being prepared. Word of mouth. I'm looking at the Chariot card. Word of mouth. Something being translated, shared for you to take forward, for someone else to take forward. This could even just be the spread of invitations. Yeah, with the Virgin here in this, like this literally looks like traditional marriage, waiting for marriage. Understanding that it's going to be like this, especially with this card sitting here. And with the Queen of Cups, like, but like this, something's being deeply alchemized. This is so beautiful. Like, it feels, listen to the song. It's HOLY, like H.O.L.Y. High on Loving You. Florida Georgia Line, I believe that is the name of it. I feel like you're going to understand the message here if you just listen to that song. I feel like that would just, it just feels like it would perfectly explain what I'm trying to say. You feel so inevitable to me. You feel so maybe this could even be like people who have been separated in some way and coming back together. Yeah, like the Stoic energy, they were separated and coming back together. I wrote a poem called Inevitably I Fall. I shared that a couple weeks ago. That was about a relationship in my life. It kind of has a similar theme. I don't know if you wanted to check that out. You don't have to, just because of this inevitable word here. Yeah, in my poem, yeah, about not letting haste get the best of you. Since we have this here, not letting haste get the best of you, doing something right, respecting something, even someone's values could be more traditional than yours, even, or your values are more traditional than theirs. It sounds like something being respected, knowing that this awaits. That, okay, I'm gonna hold these two together because what a punch of beautiful love energy, especially like in the bedroom. Like you could even say on marriage night, you know, or just like after this, even just like after a commitment has been made, like whatever this is. Okay. Yeah, high on loving you. And this virgin energy, second virginity, depending on who's watching. This, someone having even gone through purification, even a couple having gone through purification, could even be a ceremonial practice. Purification practice. Yeah, okay. So then we have creating event. So we have the virgin, and then we have creating event. The virgin creating an event? Or just the creation of an event for the virgin? Creating event, I mean, this could be marriage, but it could be something else. This could represent an idea, a union of energy, of a group dynamic, like working on a project, a commission. Okay, and then we have Jack Frost. So I've never seen the actual Jack Frost movie with the snowman, but I've seen the Guardians, oh, what's the full name of that? Jack Frost, The Guardians. Like, you'll find what I'm talking about if you look that up. Where he's a guardian. I'm not seeing that whole story come through, but anyways, he remembers who he is, so he forgets, and he doesn't understand why he's been entrusted with certain energies and why he can't be seen. And when everyone else can be seen, he can't be seen. He's invisible, but he still helps like children. And yeah. So anyways, he discovers who he is. He discovers his past, and that helps him like remember or create something new, help another. And he became visible to the child. That's right. He became visible to the child because he helped he helped shine light on something else other than himself. The child wanted the Easter bunny, and so he didn't make it about himself. He made it about the Easter bunny. And that made the child believe again, which actually is what created and made him visible. It was like that ego death. Like letting go of the ego is actually what brought life back into it. It's how people, like the child then remembered who Jack Frost was. Like almost like amnesia. Oh yeah. Yeah, amnesia. Like this memory loss, like remembering who you are. This could be like a spiritual thing, like remembering who you are, like just whatever you believe. Not everyone believes in like past lives and stuff, but like remembering who you are like spiritually or even soulfully. Or remembering like the past in some way and the value of it. Even this reigniting of like an old relationship with like Stoic and coming back together with his wife. Yeah, and I just also watched last week the Japanese I watched a bunch of clips on it. Jacko Frost. It's this gay couple and he loses his memory. Yeah, he has like amnesia. He loses his memory and he forgets who this guy is. So they kind of have this whole entire like reunion of like the guy respected that he doesn't remember who he is anymore. And this guy had like they had to almost like re-meet again and relearn each other, and they fell in love again. And then the guy, a Jacko Frost, I guess you could say, I don't know if that's not his real name, but the TV series is called Jacko Frost, remembers all his memories. They start to come back. And he says, I wouldn't trade our story for anything. I would not want to start over. I would want to continue. Even with all the hard moments and everything that's happened before, I want it all. And I want to build upon it, basically. So like this amnesia energy, I know I went through some things like this similar in my life. Like within like my spiritual energy. I feel like a lot of, well, I don't want to say that. Like just remembering who you are, remembering something, healing from the past, going into like painful memories even, and healing those, cleansing, purifying. Like there's like some kind of like marriage, sacred union, sacred connection, union of something, reunion, preparing, high on loving you. The Virgin creating an event for Jack Frost, like just because of how this is lined up. Yeah, so this card has come out for me actually in a romantic way. I mean, it's the Hierophant, it's like the energy that marries the lovers. But in these these are considered like the lovers. He's the Hierophant and these are the two lovers. But a song came through for me with this. Rose Red and Snow White. I think that's the name of the song. And it's actually, well, this could be with like friendship. It doesn't have to be romantic. I saw it in a more romantic way because I'm gay. But Rose Red and Snow White being reunited right here. Rose Red and Snow. It's actually part of my sacred alchemy. Yeah, I'm not going to show it because it has other things on there that's not needed for this. It's, you know, mine. But rose red and Snow White, the reunion, coming back together. The Virgin and Jack Frost, are these the two separate people? The Virgin and Jack Frost. Someone having been purified and someone remembering who they are? Potentially? Okay. Yeah. And this Queen of Cups energy is just emotional. Like, if you're thinking about it in like this context with all this like love energy, actually, I was gonna say it represents Cancer energy. It doesn't have to, but that's like how I normally see it since Moon rules Cancer, and it's like that like water in water. But like when it's in a healthy position, which this feels very healthy, beautiful, it's emotionally powerful, penetrative. It's just like, it's that healthy emotional energy of just like pouring, and you know someone's receiving it. It's love, emotional love. Here with this, it's right under the Jack Frost energy. I mean, it's right above the Jack Frost energy. Someone remembering who they are emotionally. Their love. Oh. In Cancer's reading, this came through as the truth of love, the truth of support. Oh, we kind of have this purple energy going on here too. Yeah, like this looks like Stoic coming back together with his wife and having like her remembering who she is to him. And he had to sing to her and kind of like get her back out of her shell. They'd been apart for so long, and he kind of helped her remember who she was. Hmm. Yeah, and he never took another wife. He just raised Hiccup. So you could say that's like a virgin energy. You know, he was just with his wife. Or that's like what you would assume. Not that that is like for everyone, you know, but like it could be like this purification process even. Hmm. Yeah. Like I'm just coming, this looks so beautiful to me how this is with all this energy, like respect, knowing the timing of something, understanding things are being prepared. Like it's like this like wedding and the sacred wedding night. Like that's what that feels like, the sacred wedding night. And then hereafter, like the commitment. But it just looks like this energy is like acknowledging something sacred and knowing the power of it, like knowing its power, but acknowledging the sacredness of like pause or waiting. Yeah. You feel so inevitable to me. Such a beautiful energy and saying. Creating an event. Maybe to create an event, maybe something needs to be created. I don't know why creating event would be here. Because I could have gotten this whole like wedding thing without that here. Creating event. Creating a ceremony, like maybe actually creating some kind of ceremony. This was about women's ceremony, preparing her. This was like preparing the bride. Maybe understanding the value of something, the necessity for ceremony, the necessity for tradition, whatever this is about, and respecting It could even be about, yeah, someone believing something different than you and respecting how they believe. As respecting, yeah, their tradition, even though it's not yours. And then High on Loving You. That's what I would say. I feel like that would be such a beautiful song to get like a quick, like, emotional with this queen. This is music. Emotional impact of music. Yeah. So check that song out. All right, Capricorn, what a surprise reading. Did not expect to have all this emotion here. Quite beautiful. I hope you got what you needed from this. Yeah, even check out that scene from Orange is the New Black. I don't know what the scene would be called. I can't remember. I think if you type in "you feel inevitable to me," it should pop up. Yeah, and then High on Loving You, or Holy, by Georgia Florida Line, or Florida Georgia Line. And Jacko Frost, or Jack Frost, Guardians. Yeah. Oh, and Snow White and Rose Red. That song. I forgot who sings it. All right, yeah. Good luck with whatever this is. And I wish you well, and I hope to see you next time.